Come see this thing 1536, Adjudicating MAGA, Warfare Corporations, Totalitarian Rousseau. This is a series where I summarize rantatonne posts made up of at least 3 things I've read, seen, or heard. First question, how can we best judge what accomplishments MAGA? Robert Barnes and Viva Frey, with their weekly law roundup, talk about some things that the Trump administration is actually achieving, rather than the politics as usual that some people feared he was settling into. I'm one of those people, such as starting another Middle Eastern forever war. They also mentioned that Montgomery County, Maryland has the highest percent of government employees in the nation. And from my time living there from middle and high school when my parents were diplomats, it maps on to my experience. And I wonder if it's also counting government employees from other countries. This environment has caused an ideological bubble there that is very pro-government on pretty much anything. Next question, without states, who could afford to start wars? Mentioned this in the recent post about President William Ruto of Kenya responding to the Maandamano protests of Gen Z, and he was saying that, if you don't like my government policy, first you have to provide your own policy that's going to work in a better way. That's a fallacy. And statists will also argue from this position of the state being a given need for civilization when they claim that without states, there would be insecurity leading to groups and corporations enslaving the masses and engaging in mass murder and ruralization of villages, towns, and cities. Do not cede this ground to them. Christianity is a religion. Catholicism is a denomination of those who have the faith in that religion. The Vatican, led by the Pope, is a theocratic corporation that runs the global socio-political entity that is the Roman Catholic Church. Islam is a religion. Shia is a sect of those who have faith in that religion. The Islamic Republic of Iran, led by the supreme leader, is a theocratic corporation that runs the nation of Iran. Statism is a religion. Republics are a political form of governance created by those who have faith in that religion. The Republican Party, under the administration of Donald J. Trump, is the democratically elected corporation that currently manages the world's largest concentration of cultural, financial, and military power. When talking to a statist who is defending the state, they'll often say that if you have free markets, corporations are just going to have all the evil people take over the corporations and just run roughshod through the world. And they say that's what's going on right now. But how do they explain that with the power that states have, that those same people are not going to be attracted to states for those same exact purposes? And look at the expansion of states as states have gotten bigger. Are they safer now? Are the statists telling you that you're safer now? Or are they constantly just finding more devious demons that require ever more spending and bigger alliances to vanquish? In a society that held freedom of association at its top virtue and we had a free market, there's no corporation that could create a contract that enough people would sign up to that gives the power that state governments currently have. That's why statists are reduced to saying that just because you were born in a geographical area to parents of a certain political designation, it means that some invisible hand took an invisible pen and signed this invisible social covenant between us and these people who would control the states that gives us supernatural power to be above the laws that they set for us. Last question, what sort of person would conceptualize a social contract? Here's Tom Woods talks about Jacques-Rousseau and how he came up with the idea of the social contract. And even though I don't really like a lot of personal things about him and that concept, it seemed to be coming from a good place of, as a social animal, wanting to be accepted by society in some certain way. But the state has mutated that into something that is used by people with the mentality and desire to engage in the deviant behavior of having power over people that would be otherwise illegal in a healthy society.